Hey, what's up, YouTube? Oh, not much. What's up with you? Oh, you know. What? I don't know. You don't know? What is this? Dio. Holy diver. Well, I don't normally do requests, but when I do, that request comes from inside the house. I'm doing a song by request from my girlfriend Deborah, aka Devilbra. She wants to hear something from Dio. I got to choose it. She wanted to hear some Dio. I chose Don't Talk to Strangers. It's funny the connection Deborah has to Dio. When she sings along the songs, she's really close on the lyrics, but not exactly right. When she sings along with Dio, she nails every lyric, even on the fade outs, all those lyrics. So there's a connection there. And I love Dio, in particular this album, Holy Diver. Came out in '83. Ronnie James Dio did a couple of albums with Black Sabbath. He did Heaven and Hell and Mob Rules, both of them fantastic. That's after Ozzy left to pursue his solo career, which went well for him. They got Dio, who before Sabbath was in, I think, a band called Elf and Rainbow. Little feller, powerful feller. He invented this. You know this? He invented it. This record rules, recorded in '83 at Sound City, right there in Van Nuys. Unassuming warehouse type of industrial building. No fish tanks or fancy lobby or exotic vending machines. It was purely for the sound. Many, many great albums came out of there, largely due to this Neve board the owners invested in, one of only 4 in the world. This is where you're gonna get this great drum sound from. Dave Grohl, we're going back to Dave Grohl. He ended up buying that Neve board from Sound City. That's where Nirvana did their major label debut album. He bought it, he put it in his studio. There's a studio right there in Northridge, California. He did a documentary called Sound City, really paid it homage. It's a shame that it couldn't just stay where it was, like the studio at Lay Studio, where Rush did so many of their really great records like Permanent Waves and Moving Pictures. And then now it just falls into disarray. I was like, and Rush says, yeah, it's a real shame. Yeah, it's a real shame you guys didn't just buy it and keep it going. So I'm gonna do Dio, Don't Talk to Strangers, which, sound advice, or is it? Because everybody you know right now at one point was a stranger. If you'd never talked to any strangers, you'd be sitting home alone in your basement like me, and it's Saturday night. Yeah, it's Saturday night, April 21st. I worked my restaurant job today, came home, I ate some salmon, and then I started practicing this song. I've been listening to it over and over for like 2 weeks. Practicing it tonight for like 2 hours. I used up my fuel reserves of salmon, so I had a piece of candy, and I'm gonna just go for it. And Dio, I don't know if you know, he's dead. He died of cancer a few years back. He was one of the guys I wished didn't die, but he died. And he was a classy guy, so I'm having a little Bordeaux for him. This is the 2019 Halt Branda Bordeaux from France. I've been drinking wines from anywhere but California after I left California. I think California is doing a lot of people wrong, and I'm against you. So I'm drinking stuff from France and Italy and Chile and Argentina and South Africa. A word on the drummer of this record and in Dio's band, Vinny Appice, or Appice. I think it's Appice. Such a great drummer. One of the rare metal drummers that plays with one bass drum. He's not a double kick guy. Wicked hands, great fills, great feel. He can push and pull back. And when I listen to any of the records, still today, I might be cruising on, cranking to some Dio. And after every fill, I go, geez, geez, I get excited, and every fill is exciting and fresh and new, and he doesn't repeat himself. He owns the quarter notes on the ride cymbal, much like Dave Lombardo. See, I remembered his name. Owns those 16th note ride note patterns. Vinny Appice owns the quarter note ride cymbal pattern. If his name sounds familiar, his older brother, Carmine Appice or Appice, I don't know which one it is, was the drummer in Rod Stewart's band. He would dress just like Rod Stewart with like a leather, like leopard print cape on and white boots. You know, that's how Rod Stewart dressed in the 80s, and Carmine was like, that looks cool, man. I want to dress like that too. And Rod probably said, hey, sure, mate. No problem. Bad accent. Go ahead, mate. And Carmine, Vinny is such a better drummer than his older brother. Carmine, such a better drummer. But Carmine, you know, to his credit, when he was in this band called Vanilla Fudge, I don't know what kind of name that is. When Led Zeppelin first toured the States, they toured with Vanilla Fudge, and Carmine Appice took young John Bonham under his wing, hooked him up with Ludwig, you know, told him about endorsement deals, and hooked him up with Paiste, and like, yeah, man, they'll give you drums. And John Bonham's like, really? They'll give me drums? And like, yeah. And so he hooked him up, took him under his wing. So that's good. Thanks, Carmine, for nurturing John Bonham. So this tune here, Don't Talk to Strangers, like all the other Dio songs, it's wicked sick. I've been practicing it a bunch. It should still all be fresh in my mind. So this should go off without a hitch. Huh? A little bit of Bordeaux. What else? Did I say? Yeah, I worked my restaurant job today. I practiced it. I moved some lumber. So I'm spent. But I had a piece of candy. And I got this. So thanks for stopping by. And remember to like and subscribe. And hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I do something. You know what? Don't do any of that. I'm up to 110 subscribers. Again, against my wishes. You guys are insubordinate. But I appreciate it. I'm myself am insubordinate. I'm not a good listener. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. made a mistake. Coming out of that break, I counted it wrong. Oh, Dio would have turned right around and said, "You're fired." Oh, and he gave me one of these. Sorry, Dio, and rest in peace, bro. That's done. And look at this album cover. It's wicked sick. I don't know what it means. I don't know what holy diver means. But that's a priest. He's wrapped in chains. There's a giant demon that put him there. Not only a demon, but he's giant. Probably 80 feet tall. Hard to tell with scale. I'm guessing that priest is about 5'8". I'd put that demon at maybe 50, 60, 70 feet tall. All right, happy Saturday night. Sorry about the mistake. I hate myself. All right, see you later. Like and subscribe. No, don't. I don't want you to.